we had a little whatever. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Recap Thursdays, the show where we go over everything that happened in our Sunday night RPG and any other news me or Captain Legs want to talk about.
And the stuff that we will talk about today, Pathfinder related, happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Not late last Sunday.
we had a week break. We had a couple players gone. You were technically gone. You were recovering from being gone,
Yeah.
and and Bunny Marcus was gone. It was Vancouver.
Not dead.
No,
But
no, 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 no,
he
no,
was
no.
out of town.
Yes, he was out of
No.
town. So we
Uh,
ended up not meeting. Just chilling, just chilling. I was also pretty sick. I'm
you
still
were
recovering.
you were out of commission.
Yeah, I was literally just going, just like, are you, like, if we do play, you okay? I'm like, I was just planning to drug myself up and then just go. And then be like, I can do it like 3 hours and then just, yeah,
Just
I'm
head
back.
face
Yeah.
down on the table.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Aw.
yeah, so, we are recapping not only for your guys' benefit, but also for our own since it's been a minute.
Yeah. So previously, um, so we found out who planted the poison. We found out it was Ellie, the scullery maid. So Rokor knocked her out, and we brought her back to life, and then he knocked her out again.
Yes, yeah.
So
He is the
now
one who
that
knocks.
yeah, now that we've got her in our grasp,
Mm.
Rokor asks Irina, the spy master, for more info, and if there's any like background on her or
Right.
anything, and she says, "Well, we've got her. Like, why don't you just wake her up and ask her?" Uh, so Grim is like, "Yeah, let's wake her up." Um, and so we tie her to a chair in a room. Oh my god, this fly!
Just take a moment. Just be
Gonna,
buddies with the fly.
I don't know where it went. It keeps flying my face and then pacing. Like,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Um,
Respect my personal airspace,
yeah.
please. Just this is a
Uh,
no-fly zone.
yeah.
No pun
Anyway,
intended. Ah.
anyway, so she wakes up, tied to this chair,
Yep.
and she looks up, and the first thing she says is, "Oh, damn it!" Like she's been caught, but she really is a lot less jarred than she should
Like
be.
she really doesn't care. It's
She,
like, aw, darn, I
yeah,
spilt my soup. Aw, well, I
yeah, and
guess no soup.
she's totally just got this like attitude problem, and like we don't like her
She's
just
super
because she's
sarcastic.
so yeah, she's really sarcastic and really um yeah,
Yeah,
she's she's
it's
not scared at all. She's totally not terrified. So Wes and Kira leave because there's really no place for them there. They're just kind of extra bodies in the room.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
Rokor and Grim stay with the spy master, and Grim starts talking with her. Is pretty civil about the whole thing, considering the fact that he got shanked, not half an hour ago and almost died. But he basically is being what he is. He's being diplomatic and trying to coax things out of her. But thanks to her attitude, is literally just walking all over Grim. Which,
yeah.
uh, yeah, which, I mean, it doesn't bug him. Like it's not like it's not like he had any pride on the line or anything. What he's more than accustomed to dealing with snobby nobles and other delegates and whatnot. But he's really approaching this in the good cop sense, like in a very good cop sense. Just be like, I don't want any more trouble. Just tell us what you know, please. And he gets absolutely nowhere with
It's
her.
shit all.
Nothing.
She ends up making fun of him. Like the tactic that we need here is absolute intimidation, which Grim does not have.
No.
It's like if you were to get interrogated by like Justin Timberlake,
Yeah.
would you be afraid?
No.
No, probably not, because
Yeah.
he's a super personable guy. So This is exactly what this is. Um, so
So
ask her some.
Rokor. Oh
Broker on the
man.
other hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
So she
Wow.
notes that her services come with satisfaction guaranteed. Her services being killing people, and she refuses to give up her employer, no matter how much Grim and Rokor grill her. She doesn't say a thing about her employer. Um, so I mean, we're getting a little desperate here because we're not getting anywhere. So we request some like truth serum from Vorthen if he's got anything in his jacket full of vials.
Yeah.
And he says he has something
We
that
joke it's just alcohol.
he says it lowers inhibitions, which is totally just
And
like
we're
he's
like,
just got like a little
it's
thing
just
of moonshine.
alcohol. Like,
Yeah. uh, so that we're like, okay, well, whatever, never mind. Grimm's continues to be very honest with her, but she's totally in control.
yeah.
So now Grim leaves.
Yeah.
Rokor's like, I got this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Grim leaves. Rokor kicks her chair down so that she's got like her face in the ground.
Yeah. While
Um,
she's still tied to the chair, mind you.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he takes a big old swing, and he's about to cut her hands off. And
No, no,
finally,
no, 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 no.
what?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. No, 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 no. He
What?
he asked. He's very suave about this. He asked what her plans are
Right. Oh,
for
right. Why
the
didn't I write that down?
future. And she's
Yeah.
like, I'll be down in the beaches of Alakir with a drink in hand. And he says, which hand do you drink from? Or do you use to drink? So I know which, and she's like, what? And so I know which one to cut off.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm ambidextrous. He's
Woo!
like, okay, cool, both of
Yeah.
them. And then he goes for both, and she goes, wait, 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 wait. Except she doesn't put her hands up because they're tied.
Mhm.
But she stops him and asks what he wants to know. Um, so he asks her a couple questions. We find out that Roko finds out that she was hired 3 weeks ago
Mhm.
to infiltrate this place and poison the Baron.
Yeah.
Her contact is named Madsen. He's an intermediary who approached her. So she infiltrated the kitchens and was given her info when the time was right.
Mhm.
Now, we pass her over to Irina, who
Mhm.
drags her away into another room, and we decide that we're gonna bait her after a long conversation.
Yeah.
We're going to bait her
Yeah.
to her contact.
Yes. We had first intended that the spy master and her associates would take over. And have the. She said the whole. She doesn't get. She doesn't contact her contact. Her contact contacts her. That's a lot of contacts.
So basically,
Yeah.
he finds her
Yeah.
when he needs to
Yeah.
get or give information.
Yeah,
Like
and
she
so
can't find him at all.
yeah, and so she can't really tell us more than that. So we were gonna use the globe, like a globe of truth on her to extract everything forcefully. But the downside to it was it would take a while. It would take at least a day or two, and the party is kind of in a rush to get to the bottom of this so that they can stop any other attacks on the other candidates because that's what they're there for. So in order to find a way to expedite the process, uh, Grim and Thomas kind of share a thought. They think along the same lines, and to put a geas on her. Now, Grim, again, with the whole force of will, kind of feels a little bit uneasy about it. just because he has a bit of flashbacks with what happened with Rokor and Alakir, and taking free will from somebody or manipulating somebody is just not. He doesn't like it. Um, but
But
that's
hey,
yeah. But that's what ends up happening.
yeah,
And Grimm is the one to cast it, not Thomas. We could have
yeah.
totally let Thomas, but Grimm takes the responsibility. He casts the spell, which he basically sings to her for a good solid 10 minutes as he weaves the spell into her. And the general gist of the Geas is that she is to lead the party to her contact and make sure without telling anyone, and do her best to make sure that the party gets into contact.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on the wording,
Yeah,
but
yes.
we
We got it.
settled.
We got it.
Yeah, we got it, and there are no loopholes
Mm.
so far. So we're good. We did ask her real name before
Yeah.
we let her go.
Grim did ask. Grim
Yeah,
did
and
ask.
she
She said Ali
didn't
was
give
fine.
us
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Damn.
So anyway, we promised her freedom and that she can leave the city,
She
or
just
that
has to
she must
promise. Yeah.
leave the city. Yeah, as soon as the Gias is lifted.
Yeah.
Um. So,
The
she
meeting.
says something to you when you unlock her cuffs. I just wrote she is a bitch. So, I don't I don't
um.
know.
It was something along the lines of she no
I,
she gets no no well she gets really personal, or something, like she's really flirty with me, and which makes Wes slide in that snide comment of you're not even in his top like 10 or
oh
something
yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Wes has gotten like really protective. But yeah, he does that, and I think she like overall she just got generally flirty. So she
Yeah.
does outline that once the job is finished, she is supposed to leave a card, a playing card, in the window of a hat shop down in the market district to kind of tell the contact that the job is done. And their meeting was supposed to be the next night at midnight in an abandoned uh like mine shaft with the black market, like in the undermarket. That's what it's called, in the
Yeah,
undermarket,
that's
which
what it
is the
is.
the black market of Brenziri.
Yeah.
So she goes, and she tells us which where the meeting place is located, and she said that she would summon her contact. So the next for the remaining of the day, the party actually goes into the undermarket in disguise and scopes out the place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, Grim asks Ander about the undermarket because he
Yeah.
seems like the kind of guy who would know
Oh yes.
something. And he says that for those in the know, it's the spot to go for discreet
Meetings.
dealings.
There's it's basically like a timeshare spot. They rent it out for
Yeah,
sections at a
yeah, they
time.
totally do. Yeah. It's just it's very well coordinated and weird like that. But
Mm.
he has heard of Madsen. Grim asks him about Madsen, and he says that he's notorious for drug trafficking, contract killings, and he's very powerful
Yes.
in the black market.
He's
And he's not likely to come alone.
yeah. He is
So
no he's like he's I'm pretty sure they said he's nobility, but just in like a drug ring kind of sense. Like he's nobility in the undermarket.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's just one of those guys. Now before the operation, the spy master actually kind of asked us a favor that we keep Madsen alive if possible, because he is useful.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Rokor says no promises, or I think it might have been Wes. The two, just like no
Yeah,
promises.
together they
Yeah.
really
Um,
yeah.
but we will try. And Grim sees the the intelligence of keeping him alive. Just not wanting to upset anything. Yeah, the delicate balance of thieves. So Rokor and Grim wait in the open space on the other end of the tunnel, while Kira, Wes, Thomas, and Forthan as well wait at the entrance nearer to the main undermarket, like the main place. And when the time arrives, so when midnight strikes, a group approaches from Grim and Rokor's end, deeper within the abandoned mine, and it's Madsen and his uh, posse.
Yeah,
I wanna
so
say
there's 7 of them.
yes.
Um, one's this big burly guy. He's got a sword and shield. The other is a dwarf with a great axe, and he has this shaved head with a big ass scar on it. There's an elf who also has his head shaved, and he's missing half of an ear, bitten off, cut off.
We don't know.
Don't know. Born with it, maybe. Don't
Maybe I was
know.
born this way.
And he does also have self-inflicted tally type scars on himself.
Gross.
Yeah,
Gross.
he's got some knives. There's also a bearded human. He's got 2 short swords. There are also 2 bowmen. There's an elf and a human. The one elf has dreadlocks and an eye patch. And a long bow, and the human has a short bow, and he's regular looking, like almost too regular. Like if you were to describe him, you'd be like, oh, it was this dude with brown hair and brown eyes, and everyone's like, that's like 70% of the population, if that. And
Yeah.
so like it'd be impossible to describe him to anybody.
Yep.
And then there's another guy who is Madsen. He is a man, obviously short, older, probably like in his 40s. He's chubby-ish.
He's well fed.
He's well fed, totally.
Yeah, he's well.
Yeah, and he's got these like outdated but nice but dirty clothes. He's got a bowler hat and a suit, but it's got like frayed hems.
Yeah, it's like no. I think again. I think that's where I got the whole nobility thing. Like he's wearing proper clothes. They're just dirty, like from being underground in the undermarket. It's just kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So the dreadlock elf eye patch is put on guard at the entrance where Grim and Rokor are, and as the rest move in, Ellie passes by the rest of the party waiting on the other side. And she shoots them a look, and she enters deeper. And the meeting begins. And they talk a little bit.
So,
Did you write down the dialogue?
Not the dialogue, but just the gist of it. So,
Yeah.
Madsen says that he heard there were some complications, and she says that yes, but I carried out the task, did my job. That's all I was hired to do. So Grim messages Kira while he's there. He says he'll contact us as soon as they're done, and then battle ensues.
Yeah. You're like, it's like, we're gonna go take off the guard. We'll contact you when it's done.
They're like, okay.
A couple of moments later, they hear a loud bang and a thud and a yell of, "It's a trap!" And they're like, oh shit. Rokor fucked up. That's it. Just Rokor fucked up. And, battle ensues. Grim actually This is something new, and I just want to highlight it because guess what? It's Grim. Uh, Grim does something that the party doesn't hasn't ever seen. They hear a very old war ballad, very epic sounding since it's echoing in this abandoned mine shaft, and basically like a legion of ghost cavalrymen come charging down and wreck Madsen and his men with these phantom horsemen and cavaliers. It's pretty fucking awesome. I
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
To
fucking
put it
awesome.
modestly,
Yeah,
you
it's pretty
know.
fucking awesome. Uh,
Whatever.
Kara shoots some lightning. Wes fires some arrows, and after downing one of his guys, because I think you guys had like a agenda or like a um, oh, that's not the right word. Uh, no, Wes had like was just like I just want to fuck this guy up, like this one guy in particular. Fuck you, and just like fine, I really have to go right now, but you can just kill him. Like
Yeah.
sure, fine, go for it. And
Yeah, so
yeah,
it ends with Madsen just calling a total halt to everything, and he just yells stop, and he's like super pissed
yeah,
because we're just like throwing a wrench in everything, and now he has to deal with us, and
yep,
that is where we left off.
yeah,
It's just Madsen fucking seething,
yeah.
ruined it.
Which me and Bunny were talking to. Not only uh Jeff had to go. We had to cut our session short because he had to pick up his girlfriend at the ferries or airport ferries. Ferries.
Fairies.
Yes. But me and Buddy on the ride home, we were talking, and it does make sense. Because Madsen is a type of person who doesn't get very far in the underworld if he doesn't value self-preservation, right? It doesn't matter if he is, necessarily imprisoned or caught. He can always get out of jail. He can always, either grease some hands with money, talk out. The spy master already has uses for him, so she's not
Mm.
going to let him, you know, rot in jail, even though necessarily that's what he deserves. But he's more
She can use
useful.
him.
Yeah, he is more useful outside, giving her more information of actual bigger threats. Right? He's
Well,
a big fish in a little pool. You know, or I if that's or he's a little fish in a big pool. That
I,
no, you know what? We're anyway.
good job.
Yeah, fantastic.
Today's recap has been brought to you by Sanka's Metaphors.
Mm, got it. No, but it does make sense. He values self-preservation. There's no need to fight. He doesn't really know what we're after, so he's better. He's taking his chances to find out, in hopes that he can give us whatever we're looking for and for his life, right? So yeah,
So
and I
yeah,
said that, and I did say big fish, little pond, and
you did, but it
I think
doesn't.
does that,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure that applies.
I don't think that.
No, okay. You know what?
I don't think
Whatever.
that. Uh,
Just we're just gonna
I don't think
slide
that
on through.
describes him. But
Ooh, that's it.
yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we are playing on Sunday, as far as we know.
Yeah, yes. I think we should be. Um, to give you guys a little bit of a timeline. Uh, Jeff, our DM, wants to finish Pathfinder session before Christmas and then have a break during the Christmas break and then start off the new year with our homebrew that he has, for now, it's bound to change, called Wraithborn.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. That's in the works. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we will see you guys this Sunday for Sunday Night RPG. As always, stay tuned to our Twitters to know what's up. Make sure you follow all the wonderful links down below. And Oh, we will see you. Peace out.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I
I
think
think
so
we covered
too.
everything.